Good afternoon.
I'm Corey Wilson. I'm glad to be here today, and I'm glad to help these guys start the process of firing McCoy and the boys.
Yeah.
4 years ago, I was involved in the elections. I ran against one of McCoy's boys right here in Jackson. I ran against the Democrat incumbent Cecil Brown. And I also ran against the House leadership, and I'll tell you why. It wasn't really for a partisan reason, wasn't really for political philosophy per se. It's because they're holding Mississippi back. It's real simple. The Democrats have become the way we've always done it party. And I'm kind of focused on changing that. I want to see Mississippi move forward. I want to see us move off the bottom of the barrel, do the things we can do, realize the great potential of our people, and they're sort of stuck on keeping power. And I really don't see the point of that, frankly. Now, they're also big spenders. And you've seen over the last 4 years, their focus on spending anything and everything they can get their hands on. It's okay because it's federal dollars. Y'all remember the whole idea about spending the stimulus money just as quick as they could and relying on more money to come from Washington, just like manna from heaven? Well, that is not the way to run our state government. That is not the way to function a budget. That is not the way to set policy, and we need to change that. By the way, it's not manna from heaven either. It's your tax dollars and mine, and we need to treat them that way.
Yes.
Now, Mark was just saying that we fell short 4 years ago, and I got to tell you, I bear some personal responsibility. I didn't win my race, and I apologize to Mark and my other conservative friends in the House every time I see them, because over the last 4 years I've seen what they've had to go through, because we got so close and we didn't quite get there. But I'll tell you this, we didn't lose because of our ideas. We lost because a lot of conservative voters fell for the line on the other side. They run as conservatives. They run on our ideas. They won't say what they really believe because they don't really believe anything other than they're entitled to the power they've had for 100+ years. My district voted for Governor Barber. So I lost Republican votes here against a Democratic incumbent who is opposed to Barber on every major issue, every good thing he's tried to do. Well, I just simply think we should probably row in the same direction in Mississippi, and if they won't row with us, then they need to get out of the way. It's real simple. There's something else I always say, talking with Frank about, that's 12 votes in Pascagoula. There was one race down there that was decided by 11 votes. And the fellow who won, a Democrat in a Republican district, he won because his family was nice, people liked him, people knew his daddy, people voted for him for that reason. Look at the consequences that those votes brought for the whole state of Mississippi. And that's why each of y'all are very important. You got to get the message out that ideas matter, the speaker matters, their family is great, and they may be the greatest people ever. But if they're wrong on philosophy and they're wrong on government and they're wrong on what our priorities ought to be, you got to vote against them. And you got to vote for conservatives. Now, shame on us if we let it happen again this year. Because there's nobody in the state who can say that one vote doesn't matter, or that my district, I like my guy so I can vote for him. It matters on where we're going over the next 4 years and a lot longer than that. So shame on us if we don't get out there. Number one, recruit candidates. June 1st is the filing deadline. There's still plenty of great Democrats who supported Billy McCoy who need opponents to take them home for retirement. Find those people and encourage them to run. You can't beat something with nothing. So we've got to have people running, and then you got to get out and support them. Go door to door for them. Give them some money. Give them some support. Tell your neighbors that it matters. The issues, limited government, sane spending. We can't spend more than we have. It's that simple. We can't count on Washington, and we shouldn't count on Washington to bail us out if we spend too much in the first place.
Amen.
Efficiency, effectiveness, giving money back to the people, being pro-business. People couldn't believe in my district that my opponent was against tort reform, was anti-business, not rated by me, but rated by the business community. They wouldn't believe it and they voted for him anyway. Well, it does matter. Because we live in a global economy now, and if businesses consider Mississippi, they're going to look at the laws, they're going to look at what our policies are like, they're going to look at what our legal system is, And you can see who supports which side, and you can make your determination. Trial lawyers, Democrats. Business community generally support Republicans. Economic developers, people who know what it takes to attract jobs here and growth here and progress here, tend to be on the conservative side of the aisle because that's what works. Isn't it ironic that the liberals now call themselves progressives because nobody really wants to be a liberal anymore? Well, they're the ones standing in the way of progress. Republicans and conservatives are the ones for progress in Mississippi, and that's what we need to do to make progress, is elect more of them. Don't let them fake us again. Every candidate running ought to know who they're voting for speaker, and they ought to be able to tell you something about the kind of speaker they're going to support. If they tell you they don't know, they're either not telling you the truth or they shouldn't be running in the first place. Thank you for having me today. Get out there and support folks because we are on the right side of history. The Democrat Party in Mississippi is becoming irrelevant. Let's make them that way after November. Thank you.